and how much I thought she was a terrible character, and I got her as a pity pull for the Zhongli banner, and oh my god, is she a lot stronger than I thought she was. Several reasons. One, she's like a god for the current event, which ends... Actually, that might have just ended, like, literally an hour and a half ago. But anyway, she's really strong. I'm going to switch back to this one right now. I don't even have a 5-star sword. She's really strong in terms of crowd control, and that's not something that I would have expected with her. Now, you look at her talents, and you might not think that right away, but I really don't even think it... Yes, okay, so her charged attack right there does mention it. If you power attack, it will launch the enemies up in the air, and they will slowly fall to the ground. Now, this doesn't sound great, but this works on large enemies, like Law Churls even. The big giant ice guys with the huge ice shields. You can totally juggle them with Jean. All it takes is a quick... So there's kind of an unbalance mechanic in the game that isn't really explained that well. And there are certain attacks that will unbalance enemies. Things like that include Venti's elemental skill, Jean's charge attack, and Jean's elemental skill. So bigger guys have a higher kind of capacity for taking these unbalancing attacks, and once you unbalance them, you can chain unbalance them, and they just won't be able to get up. It's extremely overpowered. I can demonstrate this here. There's some wizards. And her skill doesn't even have that long of a cooldown, so you can just kind of keep doing it as long as you want. It's especially effective on small things. It's obnoxiously overpowered on the wizards once the wizards lose their shields. It doesn't even give them a chance to get their shields back up. Another reason why I like Jean is her elemental skill instantly throws off balance small guys. Instantly. Every time. Just like that. So if you see a wizard, normally they start doing their little dance and to show you that they're getting their shield back up, and they'll take hits and it won't interrupt them. And sometimes they'll be able to get their shield back up even through attacks. But with Jean's elemental skill, instantly out of it. Every time. It's great. And then on top of that, you can go over and throw a charge attack, then just rinse and repeat. You can also switch to a character like Venti to use his skill to throw him back up, switch instantly back to Jean. On their way back down, you hit him with one of these, roll up, charge attack, switch back to Venti, and repeat. It's extremely overpowered. There's lots of characters that have these unbalanced skills. Diluc's elemental skill is unbalancing. His burst is unbalancing because it knocks them back in stages. That's kind of an unbalance there. So she's extremely overpowered in that kind of state. But as I was saying, the Law Trolls have kind of a higher resistance to the unbalancing. So you have to do a few prior. You have to hit them with a Diluc chain or a Venti skill, and then go into the attack and quickly transition to the power attack. So let's go over some of the other things about Jean real quick. I use her as a healer, so I focused all of my artifacts on attack power and healing. So I don't need to show you each individual artifact, but I have the Maiden's 2-piece and the Gladiator 2-piece for her. If you want to use her as more of an offensive character, totally doable with your artifacts. But as you can see, I've set her to mostly attack, because that's what her heal is based off of. So that's the only reason I'm using this beginner sword right now, is because it has base attack and raw attack, and I believe it's the only weapon I have with both of those that isn't terrible, like this one, because that only gets the bonus from Pyro or Electro. And I feel like I wouldn't really use the Chord effect that much, so I'm sticking with this one because of the burst damage. So I definitely want to switch the sword out though. But for artifacts, yeah, like I said, try to go with attack on all of them if you can. Crit damage and crit rate are kind of meh effects on her. Obviously they help, but try to focus mostly on that attack. Her skill right now, I think I want to say heals considerably high. I want to say it's almost 20,000 health.
It's time to move on.
I know it's not quite 20,000. It might be closer to like 17, 18,000, but it's a lot. And most characters that aren't hit point based, like Zhongli or yeah, I think it almost heals my Diluc to full HP for nothing. So it's probably about 18,000. So yeah, it's going to heal them instantly, and then it's going to heal that same amount again over 10 seconds to whatever the active character is. So absurdly powerful heal. It's really good for bosses that sit still like Regisfines, because then you can just stand still essentially and tank while just getting hit, and you can just tank them. I love how it just pulls enemies in. It's so overpowered. Alright, now you see my event. Well, actually, her basic attacks heal too. It's another thing about her. 50% of them, and it's based off her attack skill directly. So you can see it's been healing my Venti quite a bit of health because of my attack stat. The elemental effect on the knockback is always really good, especially if you're running Venti or somebody else that has a long-standing elemental thing that's out, because it will amplify those every time. Alright, I'm gonna pop her heal here, and you're gonna see, bam. Okay, that was almost 15,000 on that one. You can easily enhance that with food or other effects that are out on the field that increase attack. I'm just gonna try to, nope, not the fire one. I'm just gonna try to knock his shield down real quick here and show you his, let's not stand it now.
Here we go.
Show you his, or her power to just keep those shields down. Or keep him from getting them back up. Alright, so he's down now. Knock up. Knock back. Knock up. Back. Knock up. This is just like the most retarded, overpowered thing ever. I swear to God. Like they don't even get to fight back. Like, and you can do this with Law Trolls. If you once you get it started, you can keep over and over again. You can keep the stagger kind of going. It's just initially getting that stagger is the hard part, because you got to build up so much of that stagger damage quickly. Otherwise, they will recover from it. And I'm actually going to try to find one here for you real quick to kind of show you. I don't think they have Law Trolls on here yet. Yeah, they don't. I don't remember which... Is this the one with the shield? I think this is the one with the shield. Let's try to go nab one of these real quick. And as I've showed in other videos, getting around their shields is important. But also with Jean, I've found out that if you do a fire attack on their shields and then hit it with that elemental skill, it will enhance the flames that are on the shield. It's really nice. Gotta love arrows sometimes. It's just really, really good element in certain situations.
Let's play.
Oh wow, he's even by himself. I wasn't expecting that. Works for me.
Solidify.
Alright, so here you're gonna see shields on fire, and that elemental burst took a nice chunk of it down. Or the elemental skill, I'm sorry. He's down.
Let's play.
Ah, damn it. That easy. That's easy. I think with that, there's not really anything else to say about Jean. She's my favorite healer, because instant heal for the whole party. Minimum 15k with her right now, and she doesn't even have optimized artifacts. And just, wow, that elemental skill is really good. So, yeah, I'll catch you guys later. I think I have a couple more going on here soon.